My name is Laura, and then last year, the reading was abnormal, but I didn't get the results sent to me, and I waited 2 months for my doctor's office to review them. When they finally did, they said there's something abnormal, and we want to send you for a biopsy. I had never had a biopsy, so this was alarming, but I assumed that it would be fine because every year in the past, for many, many years, it was fine. And this would just be a formality, and I could go on my merry way and life would be fine. So December 29th came, I'm at work, and I get a phone call from my OBGYN's office. They received the results of the biopsy, and over the phone, they said, "You have breast cancer." And I found myself being able to care for others as well as the care that I've received for myself. So because of that community that they bring to so many of us, we're able to sympathize and to support one another. And that extends into the chat, which is a way to ask questions, to share positivity, to ask for support. Sometimes you're going through a waiting period, waiting for a test result, waiting for a surgery date, and that anxiety that comes from waiting is completely understood by the members of the group. So I've been very, very fortunate to have that as a support mechanism and as an outlet to help me keep going and get through this. I found SBC, I found resources on the website, and I found Thursday Night Thrivers group. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna check this out and see what it's about, because I don't know, and I don't know who to talk to because most of my friends haven't been through this. When I joined the virtual Zoom meeting, I was welcomed, I was recognized as a newcomer, and I was asked, what my situation was. A lot of people were nodding their heads and were saying hello, and were just so welcoming and caring. And everybody there has been through this, so they know what you're going through, and they're able to lend an ear, send a virtual hug, give you a sense of community, a way to belong to peers who understand everything. The first time you join, the hosts make a tremendous effort to find out who's new to the group so that they can acclimate them to the setting. And when it was my first time, or even my second time, or my third time, I was recognized and I was asked, tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your diagnosis? What's your stage? And they only ask the stage because there is a different support group for stage 4, which is a completely different diagnosis and set of circumstances. So they offer that avenue of support as well. From there, it's a group forum, so many people get to share. There's a lot of faces that come back every single week. And as the group has grown, they break out into small breakout rooms, which is just a way to divide up the group so that everyone has a chance to speak. So it can be discussions about medications. SBC has done some studies on certain medications, so they're able to offer feedback on the information that they have developed. It can be just how you're doing, where you're at in the process, surgery versus chemo versus radiation, or any combination thereof. We talk about diets, we talk about supplements, we talk about the way you're feeling, your reactions to certain things, whether it's nausea or anxiety or sleeplessness. There's a tremendous amount of information, a wealth of information, because so many of the women have been through it. It's very open and there is no real agenda. It just sort of goes with the flow of where the people are and what they're feeling and what's important to them at that moment. And that's recognized and validated. I remember one of the things that I found on the website was a list of questions to ask your surgeon. And that was immensely helpful because when you are so emotionally overwhelmed, it's hard to think of everything to ask. And that list of questions was like a gold mine for me.